backseaters. Gary and Shannon.
I like this show. I'm having a good time.
Weekdays at 10 a.m. on Kfi.
You're going to have to read the details, because I'm a lady.
I don't even think this. Wait, because you're a lady? Come on. Gary and Shannon. Weekdays at 10 a.m. on Kfi. Kfi AM 640. KOSC HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Kidnapped no more. I'm Phil Hewitt from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. An abduction has come to an end with 2 children from Tennessee found safe in Orange County. The man accused of taking the 3-year-old boy and the 16-year-old cousin is under arrest. He's the boy's father, the teen's uncle. Witnesses say the boy and girl, who were subjects of an Amber Alert issued nearly 2 weeks ago, seemed unharmed.
He was sitting on the stand over there on the beach with the officer, and he just kind of looked like he was in confusion a little bit, but he looked okay.
Meantime, a 15-year-old girl from Vallejo is safe, and she was safe all along. Police say her disappearance from the gas station was a fake kidnapping. The dramatic video of her being pushed into a minivan Wednesday was actually her boyfriend, taking her on a surprise trip to Los Angeles. California has a $31 billion surplus in next year's budget. The state constitution requires Governor Newsom to give back about $14 billion of that.
I think you saw a preview of that last year. We had the largest tax rebate of any state in the U.S. history, $12 billion.
He may do that again, although he has a couple of other options: cut taxes or send the money to education. Republican Vince Fong, the chair of the Assembly Budget Committee, is not impressed.
So $31 billion in surplus means that we've overtaxed California.
The governor won't release his new budget until January. 2 million people are expected to travel through LAX during the next 2 weeks. Today and the Sunday after Thanksgiving are expected to be the busiest days. Nearly 27,000 white flags have been placed on the lawns outside of Griffith Observatory. Each flag represents a Los Angeles County resident who lost their life to COVID-19. The flags will stay on display through Monday. Southland weather from KFI. Foggy this morning, clearing inland later for a mix of clouds and sun. Highs in the upper 60s in the LAOC metros. Valleys in the IE will be in the low 70s, right around 60 at the beach. Right now it's 57 in Orange, Laguna de Gale 54, Torrance 59, and in Burbank it's 52 degrees. We lead local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Phil Hewitt.
In Garden Grove, this is on the 22 westbound, right before Haster. We have a crash and emergency crew that has only the carpool lane available right now. You drive it stacked from Bristol. Westminster, we have a full freeway closure, 405 northbound from Bolton to Golden West. All lanes we have been shut down for road work until 5. Santa Ana, 5 northbound at 4th Street. Cleanup crews from an earlier crash, taking up the 2 right lanes. Watch for some flowing from 1st Street. KFI and the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Brian Van. Contractor license 1047-781.
Duncan Goodrich taught Kenny to do things the right way, not the easy way.
And now, every ghetto technician has a digital assistant named Duncan.
Digital Duncan is a genius, just like his namesake.
Back during the Cold War, the U.S. government came to my dad and said, we need you to build a giant freezer at the test site and bring it down to 50 degrees below zero.
They wanted to make sure their nuclear triggers would function if they had to send warheads to Russia during the wintertime.
So Dad designed a cascade system that used weird gases like argon and CO2 instead of Freon. He and I got that system down to 50 degrees below zero in the Nevada desert in the summertime.
When the U.S. government needed a genius solution, they asked Duncan Goodrich.
And when your ghetto technician needs a genius solution, they ask Digital Duncan.
Ghetto has been awarded 114 patents for cool stuff we've invented.
And we believe number 115 is on the way.
Ghetto, G-O-E-C-T-L.
We'll keep you cool, but it's hard to spell.
Radio advertising will connect your business with holiday shoppers wherever they go. Use iHeart Ad Builder to create an affordable custom radio ad right on your phone. Just click, listen, approve, and hear it on the radio. Create your customized ad today at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
Looking to sell your valuable coins, high-end jewelry, collectibles, or firearms? Dave has a word of caution.
Don't be fooled by the Tennessee pawnbrokers. They don't pay anything.
Why listen to Dave?
I'm a coin dealer in San Diego.
Oh, so where does Dave go?
Tangible investments. I drive 130 miles round trip to Tangible. I go see Phil. I do it twice a week.
That's a lot of miles, and for good reason.
Coins, jewelry, diamonds, art, watches. Anything I've ever sold them, they pay me top dollar. They're super knowledgeable. I've been dealing with Tangible 20 years. Phil is a genius.
There's an easy way to prove Dave right.
Get to 2 or 3 other bids, and then go to tangible. They definitely pay the most.
Tangible Investments owner Sil DeCanova has become America's top dealer in coins, precious metals, jewelry, and fine art. And Sil guarantees you'll get more. Take Dave's advice.
If you want to go where the dealers go to tangible.
Call now for a no-obligation free professional appraisal. 800-711-2800. 800-711-2800. 800-711-2800.
IQ Air wants to give you the cleanest air possible, and the affordable Autumn series does just that.
The Autumn Desk is a revolutionary air purifier that transforms your workspace into personal clean air zones.
Unlike other air filtration systems that may take hours to purify the air, the Autumn Desk begins working immediately.
Put it right next to you while you work and create your own personal bubble of ultra-pure air.
This game-changing technology has been proven to remove 99% of all airborne pollutants.
Visit IQAir.com/US to learn more. Give them a call, 800-500-4AIR, 800-500-4247.
As parents, we've done everything we can to keep our kids safe, happy, and healthy during this pandemic. From finding the best face masks to making sure their hands are clean. And now we have the best tool to help keep them even safer. The most important thing we can do is vaccinate our kids to protect them against COVID-19. Vaccines have been proven safe and effective for children 5 and up. Talk to your child's doctor or visit myturn.ca.gov to find a vaccine near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
KFI AM 640. KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Sitting in the morning sun, all these blessings that you come, watching the ship roll in, then I watch it roll away again, yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, I left my home in Georgia, on the Frisco Bay. I had nothing to live for. Looked like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm just a hit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Look like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can do what they can do. So I guess I'll remain the same. Here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. This 2,000 miles I roam, just to make this stop my home. Now I'm just a bit at the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.
From the gateway to the west, this is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
In a moment, we're going live down under the bridge in Australia. Judy Carroll with us. She is an ET contactee. Many things to talk with her about. She's also a pretty accomplished author. A couple of her latest works include An Interview with an Alien and Cosmic Spirituality. We'll be back with Judy in a moment on Coast to Coast AM. You know, dealing with car repairs is a mess. You lose money, you lose time, and if you don't have the right kind of coverage, just one repair could bleed you dry. Well, that was happening to me on one car. That's why I called Car Shield, and they're helping me save more money and time than ever before. It's a great situation. Taking care of a covered repair with Car Shield's administrators is very easy. They handle the paperwork for you, the expensive payments, so you don't have to. No hassles, no headaches. Car Shield can save you thousands, and thanks to the protection plan I picked out, I'm not worried about the expensive repairs anymore. I get to choose the mechanic I want to do the work. Car Shield's administrators take care of the rest, and they're like your own personal team of auto repair specialists. Plans from Carryall even provide coast-to-coast roadside assistance, rental coverage, trip reimbursement as well. Carryall is win-win. Get coverage today and see why Carryall cars go farther. Visit carshield.com/Nori to save 10%. That's carshield.com/Nori. A deductible may apply.
Sometimes the world can seem a cold place, so we gotta bring the warmth to it. Sometimes the world can seem a broken place, so we gotta strive to fix it. At the end of the day, we are empowered to create the world we want to live in. So we prepare for the worst, but we must always, always expect the best. Smith & Wesson, empowering Americans.
There's confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, but one thing is for sure. Whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer. Contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever, the leading sign of COVID and the flu. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Be vigilant and don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They have no scientific studies behind them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exergen.com.
And welcome back to Coast to Coast. Judy Carroll with us. Let me tell you a little bit more about Judy's ongoing contact with ETs, known as Greys or Zetas, all her life. She is in regular contact with Zetas that she identifies as a blended soul whose conscious awareness spans a couple planetary connections, both Earth-human and Zeta Gray. Her mission, along with other blended souls now incarnated as Earth-humans, is to be an interplanetary ambassador, introducing some more clarity and better understanding of what has happened here in the past, offering guidance on how to deal with our future as a planetary civilization. Now, Judy's aim is to help dissipate the fear, the massive level of disinformation that surrounds the subject of ET contact. Judy has also launched a YouTube channel. It's called Judy Carroll, the Zeta Messenger, and a new podcast, Just Love, with co-host Paula Jane, which explores spirituality, consciousness, life from an ET perspective, and current world events. Welcome back, Judy. How are you, and how are things in Australia with COVID?
Thanks very much for having me, George. I'm very well, actually. We're coming out of lockdown here. We haven't been affected very much here in Queensland, whereas down south they've had quite a lot of dramas connected with it. And now they're waiting on the mandate on the vaccine, which was supposed to be double backed by the 17th of December. So it'll be interesting to see how all that comes about, how it all turns out in the end.
How's the mood of people, Judy?
Yeah. Not too bad actually. As I say, here in Queensland, everyone's sort of keeping their mood up pretty well. We haven't had the really severe lockdowns here that other places have had, like Victoria has been in lockdown, oh my goodness, for almost all year. Whereas here in Queensland, we expect sudden ones to come on for about a week and then they're lifted. So here is not too bad. We can't complain.
Judy, let's go back to the beginning, when this all started for you. What happened?
Oh my goodness, George, it's a very long story. When I was a child, I was aware of something happening. I actually chosen, as was mentioned in the introduction, I'm a blended soul, or a dual soul. I work with a dual soul consciousness. And before my birth, I actually chose to forget the ability to be able to tap into the ET side of my consciousness, so that I could experience childhood as an earth-human child, with all the fear connected with ET contact. I knew that I was being taken. My huge fear was of the dark and of someone coming into the house and taking me. I was absolutely terrified about this. And I had a few experiences where I remember being taken. But clear understanding started coming through with 15, when I underwent a paralysis experience, the sleep paralysis that I had.
Yeah.
And that was pretty scary. But after that happened, I started getting a little bit of conscious recall, about a former teacher who was working with me. I've got a very, very deep connection with. Now, back then in Australia, this would have been the 1960s. Of course, we hadn't had the Roswell event, which was close over there. So, easy contact and just the existence of Tennessee just was not even taken into consideration here. So I thought of them as being of the David kingdom, nature. So I thought I'd play with it and first participating, and then in my 30th year, in 1983, I underwent a very, very full-on daytime encounter in which I saw graves standing beside the bed. I was lying down in the afternoon having a rest, and I saw them in full 3D reality in the bedroom, blocking out light from the sun that was coming in from the window. And their message to me was, you've had enough time out, hiding yourself away out here, it's time for you to get back to work. And they spent probably about an hour with me, explaining who I was, why I was here to work, I was supposed to do. I was advised to start learning to meditate. I'd actually been a professional dancer up until then. Trying to learn to meditate wasn't an easy thing. So they advised me to take up Tai Chi, which of course is known as moving meditation. They told me that we would be moving back into town because at the time we were living on acreage. They told me that I would also be learning a natural healing modality. So over the next 3 years, massive change has happened in our life. My husband and myself both moved back to town. I found myself with Tai Chi classes just around the corner from where we lived, about a week after we moved in. A woman moved in next door who's been meditating for 10 years. She was just up from Tasmania, and her teacher had also moved to Brisbane. They were starting up a meditation group and invited me to join, which was quite incredible. It was a closed circle for psychic development, and I've never even meditated, so, to even be invited to join that was incredible. I sat in that circle for 8 years. I became a Tai Chi instructor, and I eventually learned Reiki, which I now teach. And through all this, I started getting some amazing automatic writing messages coming through during the meditation group. And what I found out later, it was my Zeta family basically training me in writing. I was given a writing course by them. And that was when the books then started coming through. So that's my story in a nutshell.
Now, your latest book is called An Interview with an Alien, which is the fourth in your Zeta series, and it's pretty remarkable. It's a story based on Lawrence Spencer's book. And tell us about that.
Yes, I read Lawrence Spencer's book. Do you want me to just give a quick preview of what the book the original?
Yeah, I think that'll be helpful.
Because probably not everyone knows.
Sure.
In 1947, two spacecraft in the radio reticulized star system passed near Roswell, New Mexico. And this created a lot of speculation and debate which will continue. Now, this book is titled Alien Interview of Lawrence Spencer, was supposedly produced and documented the first him in 2007 by Mrs. Matilda McElroy, who was formerly of the Women's Army Air Force Medical Corps. She was a nurse. And she claimed to have interviewed an ET by the name of Earl, A-I-R-L, who was a survivor of the crash. Now, Mrs. McElroy could never be traced, and according to Lawrence Spencer, she was deceased by the time the book was released in 2007. Now, this book has revealed a very strong quality worldwide, and it's been translated into a number of languages. However, much doubt has been cast upon its authenticity. And the contents of the alien document was supposedly communicated telepathically to McElroy by air. Now, in my latest book, An Interview with an Alien, I actually approached this book. I read it all going back quite a few years ago, and it upset me because there's some good information in it, but a lot of the information is not accurate. I understand from my position as being able to access the grey soul consciousness and the Zeta consciousness. So I can sort of link into the Roswell event very deeply that way. And I was picking up a lot of misinformation, or disinformation, and trusting sensible stuff. I've had a lot of people contacting me and saying, oh, what do you think of this book? Have you read it? Well, what do you think of it? So I said, okay, I need to write a commentary on it and just try and steer out something and steer about it.
Interesting, and you did a great job doing that. So, you believe, though, that it could be a cover story? That would be possibly...
I guess the theory about this is, there's quite a few with a consistency in it, and there's a choice that where this is McElroy, who claims to be Roman Catholic, makes the statement about Catholicism that's totally wrong. I mean, I was educated in a Catholic convent, so I know the Catholic religion backwards and forwards, and I had a couple of friends who came to the priesthood. So what she said was absolutely wrong. So for a start, that was a major glaring error in the book. There's a couple of other terms she uses in the book, or she apparently